Me soon. Should be working. Okay. We're on Facebook. And of course, the first minute of a live stream is completely all over the place. Um, I know you guys are already live, so I'm just going to. Oh, there I am. Found the video. Yay! Good morning, everybody. How is your weekend going? Happy weekend and happy upcoming Father's Day, which is tomorrow, which is why I'm live streaming today instead, because tomorrow I'm spending a day with my family and getting to see my dad because I rarely get to see him. He works a lot. He's a mechanic and he does custom exhaust. So he works every day until pretty late. So, yeah, we're going to get to celebrate Father's Day. And I hope you're having an amazing weekend and spending it the way you like. Enjoying yourself and also taking care of yourself, enjoying the sunshine. We had some rain here in Toronto yesterday. Everyone's internet was all over the place, but we got through it. So let me know, guys, if you can hear me, see me, or if anything out there needs to be changed. Mostly let me know if you can hear my mic, if you can hear my backing tracks, and if you can hear my violin. So in the process, as we go about it, I will be checking your comments to see if anything needs to be better than it is. Anyway, so I wanted to remind you guys that I am finally releasing one of my cinematic songs, Odin Spear, that was originally written for a contest by Tom Holkenberg, the composer for the actual Lara Croft movie, and for oh my god, he did so many amazing things. Like his nickname is Junkie XL, so his channels are Junkie XL. Tom Holkenberg scored music for Mad Max and stuff like that. So I love the post apocalyptic tonality in his music, that that he used these like pots and pans and clanky sounds that represent basically playing on whatever you have in a post-apocalyptic world, which I totally love. And it was one of the stepping stones to inspiring me to create music for like any instrument, honestly, like my kitchen sink and bowing on my salad bowl that's metal. It's actually very good steel, and when you bow on it with this bow right here, it creates this haunting screeching tone. I love it. And I think I posted a video this week sharing about how I do it. So I hope you guys enjoy that kind of stuff because I do have more music coming in that realm. Meanwhile, today you're getting a special preview. um, week 18. Yeah, it's week 18, right? Yes, Odin Spear. So why Odin Spear? So the premise of the contest was to create an alternative Lara Croft theme for any of the Lara Croft versions in the game or film or whatever your favorite was. And I chose the youngest one I could find, the one that's like with a bow and arrow. Yeah. And I like that because that's kind of what the latest movie was referencing, is her being young and coming out into her character sort of thing. Like, yeah, finally going on her first mission and discovering like who she is, sort of, in a way. The music itself is not associated with any particular film because it was just a contest. It was to imagine. So we were to imagine, like, if we scored this for her, what would it sound like? And this is what I did. So it's officially named Odin Spear because it's not actually in a part of the Lara Croft franchise. But if anyone's interested in commissioning me to write a score and to produce music for any of the games or movies that have to do with that, I will be really happy to do it. It's like my favorite thing to do is to be part of the storytelling, to, you know, tell the story in the music, which is what I do as a composer. So meanwhile, I thought I would. Hey, Murray, how you doing? My day's great, thank you. I got some sleep, woke up on time. We're starting on time. Everything's good. So, I'm gonna play for you this track right now, and you can find it on my SoundCloud, you guys. It will be live on iTunes and all the other platforms for download or just browsing around and checking out the previews. It will come out next Monday. Yes, so not this Monday, next Monday. So next weekend, we're gonna do an official release party for this track. Excuse me. Meanwhile, let me play for you and see if I can just jam with it. So mind you, it's a cinematic piece. It's not a solo piece for like one player. It's a piece for orchestra. or at least a small band that can sound like an orchestra due to the writing. And I'm just going to jump in and out on my violin where I feel like it could use some boost. And it's not produced, it's my own recording. It's just literally whatever I could record at home with everything doing myself, my vocals, my violin, my sounds, my keyboard, my effects, everything that I had access to. So I hope you enjoy it nonetheless. Here we go. Here's Odin Spear. Oh, sorry. It automatically goes to the next song, and it's not even my song, it's just whoever's on a SoundCloud. Anyway, this is it. This is my take on Lara Croft, or also known as Odin Spear. So I wanted to show that heroic part of her personality coming out into this sort of world of, she's a Tomb Raider, as well known in the games and the movies too. um but also this kind of innocence, this moment, like, she's got a whole story about her father and how, he had left, and then she had to lose him all over again. So it was mostly related to the latest movie that Tom Hulkenberg scored. And I love that. I loved his Himiko theme in this, which is this very creepy, eerie, piercing tone. That's what I tried to sort of recreate here in my own way. So I hope you guys get the idea. Um, this score is kind of special in the way that usually when I score for film, I write out every single note. And oftentimes, well, it's a time consuming process, which I'm happy to do, because you got to be able to translate the music that you're giving to other musicians so they are able to play it in the orchestra or whichever setting that you're supposed to do it in. But this one, I really just like slapped things together without writing them down. That is not to say that I can't write it down. It's going to be easy to do, like that. I have a recording. I can just transcribe my own music and write it out in a score and send it to people if they need to play it. So it's not a problem. It's really easy to do. But it was just, I decided to give myself sort of like a break, like release off the leash. So I felt like doing this, and I felt like improvising this whole thing, and I just did what I felt right. Um, some of these slides, like, oh, you're hearing, that's the spear. That's the sound of a spear. It's the swinging of a spear, like, and throwing it in the air and making it vibrate with the air. So yeah, I love these. You're also hearing some of the throaty vocals there, which to me is kind of this battle call, right? So I'm sort of winding myself up for battle with the spear sounds, with the this kind of thing too. And it's not. I don't think it's throat singing. It's something else. I honestly talked to my consultant about this, the way I do it in my music and this music and in the recent music that I've written, like Water from Music for Caves. And he said, it's not really traditional throat singing. It's more so like something else. You just want to do something breathy. I'm like, yeah, well, that's the idea. So it's, yeah, I just love that kind of stuff. I like the, oh, thank you, John. I just saw your comment. Sorry, guys, I was talking for too much. So, oh my God, so beautiful. Thank you for bringing back the sound. Thank you so much, John. I love it. Yeah, I loved working on this track also because I gave myself sort of like do whatever you like kind of thing with it. And I did. And this is the kind of stuff that came out. That is not to say that eventually I would love to record it professionally with a producer and make it sound like an amazing produced track and with the orchestra and ready to go into any project like a film or a game. Definitely gaming is my favorite thing now. I mean, not gaming, but writing music for games. Like I'm obsessed with the idea of writing a game and writing music for it, and working with people who can help me create it and animate it and create the graphics and everything else, like program it. Yeah. That would be amazing. Like I love the whole idea of creating a world with my music that other people can sort of like enjoy, and get completely absorbed by and just feel like this is the new reality. This is amazing. So thank you, John. Thank you, Elizabeth. Elizabeth says, my sound faded. Sorry about that. It might just be that I'm standing too close to the mic, because when I'm talking, my violin's going to get affected. It's going to mute. When I'm playing, I shouldn't be speaking in the mic. That's why I'm stepping away, which is, yeah, it helps to have a producer and engineer on set whenever I do live shows, which is why we did that for my concerts. But unfortunately, it's just me right now. So let me know if that happens again, Elizabeth. Okay, I'm gonna try to step away when I'm playing so that I'm not muting myself by sending the sound into the dynamic mic. Okay, Miri says many of video game franchises had some immense talents with the engineering of the music. Yes, definitely. Gaming music is like the best. I mean, I love writing for film. That's always been my passion. It's since I was like 2 years old. I wanted to be Hans Zimmer. Like seriously, I would watch movies without looking at them. I mean, I would just listen. My parents would be watching a movie, and I'm in a different room. I'm like, this is so awesome. I want to write music like that. And I started exploring that when I was like 8 or 10. When I started music lessons, I started exploring writing too and composing. And I love that. I love the whole idea of creating a whole new world and allowing, the story to unfold through music. This is like the best, right? So, but gaming is a whole new level, right? So it's not just you're making a music for a set static picture that has been shot already or that's about to be shot, but because the process changed. It depends on what project you're doing. But uh, you're actually making music for someone to then later have options to what they want to do in the game, and that's really cool to me. That's like, giving the person who's experiencing it the full power and control to like, okay, this is what I want to do, this is where I want to go, this is how I'm gonna do it, right? But and having given them enough options in the music as well to sort of just, enhance that experience. And that's really really cool. Anyway, I can talk about it all day. We should probably play some more music, you guys. So thank you guys, so happy you enjoyed that. And so this track comes out on iTunes next Monday, so stay tuned. If you really liked it, I'll be happy if you like purchase your download. It's not on any CDs yet. I might put it on my next album as a bonus. I don't know yet. I'm gonna do something as a bonus for my next album. Just like last time when I released my Fiddle Saga, I put a bonus on the actual CD, Lindsay Sterling's cover Underground, and we rearranged it in our own way. But I think I might do an original because I have a lot of new music coming in this time, you guys. Like I'm writing a lot of music. I can't stop, which is great because I've always wanted to do that. And I just feel like with this first album, spending 2 years on just planning it and recording it, then another 2 years on producing it and publishing it and paying off the expenses. I've just been so focused on this one thing. So I really wanted to just go off and explore music and sound like I'm used to doing my whole life. So yeah, that would be great. Thank you guys. All right. So let's move on. Let's go ahead. And by the way, if you still want to get a copy of my first album, it's on my website, verabormenko.com/shop. So it's verabormenko.com/shop. I know I'm mostly promoting my Patreon lately just because I have so many new things coming out and I'm writing music and I want you to be a part of the process. So you can join me on Patreon, patreon.com/verabormenko. And if you join me for as low as $3 a month, you get this track free. You get all of them free. I think my patrons have already received it, or they're about to receive it like today or Monday. I'm not sure. Yeah, they're so basically my Patreons get everything early and free because they're already my Patreons. And then my mailing shrimp, yeah, my mail shrimp, my email tribe gets everything early, but you still have to purchase the thing. So, but you will know sooner. So if you want to be just a part of my email tribe, that's great too, because you will know everything. You won't miss a thing. Won't miss any replays in here too. And I think this week I am promoting, yeah, my reviews page. So what happened is in the past when I created this page, there was no option to write a review. I don't know why. Facebook updates something every time, right? So some time went by and I actually have another page that I opened just for the reviews, and I might be able to merge them. I don't know how yet, but I'll try. So basically what I would like you guys to do is to go to the review section on this page on Vera Burmenko Violin Dance, because that's where we have all the people. We have 10,000 people on here, which is amazing. So, and thank you guys. And go to the reviews section. So it's like basically Vera Burmenko Violin Dance /reviews here, and write me a comment. Like if you heard my music, if you've seen me perform, if you liked it or didn't like it, whichever, write me something, right? I'm happy to hear from you. Welcome all feedback. So you can give me ratings out of 5 stars and you can write a message. I have a lot of those on the other page that I rarely use. And the reason I created it was mostly for reviews for shows and gigs that I've done in the past. So I hope you guys take your time, just a little bit of time to go there and click and like and just write me something, anything, honestly. Say, hey, how you doing? Or like if you heard my music, that makes sense that you have something to say. I'll be happy to hear it. Okay, so let's go on. I keep talking a lot. Why do we close? This was a long track, okay? That was a 7 minute track, maybe eight even. So why do we close with a nice sort of upbeat tune from one of my recent productions that hasn't been produced yet. And by the way, I'm starting to work with my new producer, Michael. He's amazing. Michael Kondikov. He's doing a great job. We've already created a, sort of like foundation track, like pre-production track for one of my songs, Obsidian, that's finally going to move ahead into production and everything eventually once I have connected everyone and recorded everyone that I want to feature on this track, all these amazing artists that I'm collaborating with. So, yay! Why don't we listen to one song from the album? I think I'll do Kanamara. Give me a second. Yes, here's Kanamara, inspired by a beautiful gem that's native to Ireland, green rock that enhances my love of green technologies and green lifestyles. So here you go. Enjoy. Yay, that was Connemara. And I apologize, my shoulder has came off in the middle. Which is, yeah, well, that's what you get with these kind of setups with a traditional violin posture. Unfortunately, when you start moving around, it gets caught in your shirt and it moves and it comes off and then everything slides. So I am so excited to get my Viper, my Mark Wood Viper, because it's gonna have a different setup completely. It's gonna be a belt around my body so it cannot slip off when I'm moving and dancing and clapping my hands and jumping. There it is, John Stewart. Hey, John. Love the song. Sounds great. Thank you, Tommy. Thank you. So this one is not produced yet. It's a home recording, my demo version of it. So we're gonna work on one new pre-production track every week for the next month, and then we're gonna start inviting people to record on my album with me. And I'm really excited. Some of the artists that I really want to work with, and I hope they're still, I hope they're still available because things are getting pretty busy with the province reopening. So I myself am getting pretty busy. I'm getting some gigs. I'm getting some things, some shows. It's starting. It's finally starting up again. So some of the amazing artists that I really want to work with on this kind of music on my new album. Bridget O'Regan, you know her. She's an amazing violinist. She's really fun. Dr. Draw, Eugene Draw. He was on my podcast too. He's amazing. He's like the icon and electric violin fusion world. So everyone knows who he is. Then we have Chantal DeBay, the harpist. You hear there's a lot of harp in my music. I love it. I love the texture, the sonority of it. I love the whole magical element that it brings to everything. So Chantal's going to help me co-write a part for harp and co-arrange and record herself on some of the songs. And I'll be working with David Miracle, of course. He is my consultant in indigenous practices and cultural appropriation so that my music basically is genuine and true to its origin and does not infringe on anyone's copyright. And I've loved working with him so far. We've had three big sessions where we just like explore creative ideas, explore different instruments, explore different things I could do with my music for this album. And now we're finally entering the recording stage. So I'm really excited. There will be more people that I would love to mention when we come up to that point. So I'm not just throwing out names, you guys, but we're actually going to have a presentation for you from these people and then hopefully bring them back to my podcast and revitalize my podcast too. I know I haven't had a guest in a while, and it's because I've been busy with writing this album. So that's okay. We live in stages, and sometimes it's more important to take care of one thing and then the other. Sometimes it's more important to spend time with family. Other few months, you might focus on writing your music. Other months, you might focus on gigging and performing, which is usually my summer months. So it's going to start up again too. And I'm excited. I think we're moving in the right direction. It's going to be a lot of work, but it's definitely the kind of work I love to do. So thank you guys so much for being a part of my show, being a part of my community, the tribe. I love you all. I hope you have an amazing weekend. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I'm going to go see my dad tomorrow. So that's why I'm doing the live streams today. So I hope you enjoy your time with family. I hope you have an amazing weekend. If you want to join me on my Patreon, go ahead. Patreon.com/Vera Burmenko. This track and a lot of other tracks that I've already played for you over the past few weeks are free for download there for my Patreons. There are posts that are only for my Patreons, and they're there and they're already free for you. Go ahead, enjoy. And I've always loved to hear from you. So please go to the review section on this page and tell me if you heard my music, if you've seen me perform. Maybe we met in person. Maybe you've seen me at a festival like 2 years ago or something. And write me a review. Let me know what you think. I'm happy to hear from you. Have an amazing week and see you next weekend. Bye.